God, I feel like it's been forever since I've been on here. So let's talk. As you guys know, I started out as a dancer and talking about dancing on YouTube. So I have an interesting history with the adult industry. So, anyways, let's get into it. I went to XBiz this past week. It is a huge convention and award ceremony, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the country for the adult industry. Now, what does that mean? So, a ton of different professionals show up from different subgenres of the industry. So, it's not just actors and models, although there are a ton of those present. It's also business owners, like strip club owners, lingerie store owners, designers, photographers. We even had engineering groups, software engineering groups, and uh, marketing teams there that were like big house names who cater to adult entertainers' needs, which is so cool. As someone in finance, maybe that's a future option for me to focus on adult entertainers because our taxes are crazy. I mean, I just paid mine, so I'm good on mine, but there's just a lot to deal with, whether you are a dancer or an OnlyFans girl. Right now, I'm an OnlyFans and Playboy model and also a Bay Yourself model. I just signed on to their platform recently. But I've been into the more film and video part, like more video and photo stuff in the past year. I've been doing that. So I attended XBiz so that I could network and meet people. I had an amazing experience and I feel bad because there were definitely parts of the convention that could have been better. I don't want anyone to see this and think that XBiz was a bad experience because I am going to be providing some constructive feedback. The reality is, if we do want better events for adult industry folk, we have to keep up with the demands of crowds. Let's just jump right into it. So day one, they had it at Sagamore Hotel, which was the host hotel. So it was there most of the week, aside from the award ceremony and the white party. The first day was nuts. The problem with choosing the Sagamore, which is a lovely Miami beachfront hotel, is that it was too small for the crowd demands. The crowd was insane. People with disabilities, like award nominee adult entertainers with disabilities, were struggling to be able to navigate around the lobby and also the award ceremony, which is totally wrong. We do also have people in the space that have disabilities. So I think management could have done a much better job planning around this and planning around crowd control because it was absurd. Other than that, the first day went really well. I had so much fun. It was cool to meet a bunch of different people, and I got lucky. I was able to run into some of my favorite stars. I even got a picture the second day with Haley Rose. I'm a big fan of Maxfill's and Haley Rose. So it was so cool to see like famous adult industry stars just walking around. But I ended up leaving before I registered because I didn't want to wait in the crowd. But they got really nice swag bags from what I heard. Fortunately, the organizers of the convention did make sure that registrants who came the second day were fine and still got swag and still got our name badges. So yeah, let's start. When I got there, they gave me like my guidebook and my name badge. I was shocked how thick this guidebook was, but there were a ton of sponsors at this event, from Chatterbait to Fansly. Pornhub was a sponsor. We got these cute hats. Look at this. Is that not so adorable? I love this. So we each got a hat. There was like black ones, green ones, blue ones, pink ones. So that was really nice that they were just like giving those out. And these really cool like camera clip or phone clip lights. So it's a ring light that just attaches to your phone pretty easy. It's chargeable. It came with a charging device that just plugs into the top. I was super excited when I got that, just because it's something that I keep wanting to buy but forget and put off. So now I have one. And it's nice. I can test it out and decide if I actually want to buy a better one or if I just want to use that one. We got an exclusive invite. So this is interesting. I learned a little bit about the industry and industry houses. Just like TikTok, just like just like TikTok, Instagram, other things like that, there are content houses specifically catering to adult entertainers. And why somebody would want to go to those is, one, the venue creates a nice scenery. Like, they tend to be decorated really well and staged perfectly for the type of content that's being shot. Additionally, they have really good reputations, especially when you get these houses who've had tens of stars in and out of their house. They can usually go back to those people and get good recommendations to other models. So you tend to get a lot of good feedback from other people. Just keep your ears open if you are in the industry. We got this. I have to cover the front because, yeah, I did not open it yet. I'm super excited. It's a wand. And yeah, I will cover, oh, great. I am very excited about that. Yeah, that's super cool that they gave us a toy. I thought this was hilarious. So Pornhub gave us hand sani. You know what? At an event like that, I think that's useful. So let's talk about the second day. So the first day was decent. It was all right. Like, I felt like I got a lot out of it because I made the effort to actually talk to people and make new network connections, and it was fun. But the second day was even better. I thought it was just amazing. They had a pool party. All of the like talks and workshops were going on, so you could pop in and out of those if you wanted to. You could meet other like newbies or famous stars. Like, it was nice. There was a level, like there was a huge range, sorry. There was a huge range of people's level in the industry. So like, I'm obviously a noob. I've only been doing like OF and Playboy for like a year, and I'm not signed, not yet. Might be soon. We'll see. But I've never dipped my toes into like real big house studio entertainment. I have to be careful with what words I use on here. So it was just so nice. I met a lot of great people that day. The party itself was wonderful. There was a full bar there. The decorations were really cute. My only complaint on the second day was, I think, like, with it being so hot, aside from the cabanas, there should have been more like coverage or fans or something, because when you have a lot of people in that close proximity and it's really hot, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. We'll say that. So third day was the awards ceremony. Let's talk about that. Okay. We'll talk about the good first, and then we'll talk about the bad. Because I felt like the good was good enough for me, at least, and in my experience. Now, that's not to say for people that, especially award nominees who went expecting a certain treatment, I understand why they might review this event totally different from me. I was not. I was a newcomer. I was a novice. Nobody knew who I was until I introduced myself. So for me, overall, the award ceremony night was a lot of fun. It was hosted at Club 11 in Brickell. This was kind of weird, but it's not really a complaint. I just thought it was strange that they didn't pick a club that was maybe closer to the venue, and I think it had to do with space issues. 11 is a huge club. It's like the biggest, if it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in downtown Miami. So I see why they picked that venue. The photos were phenomenal. I can't wait to see other photographers' photos of everyone. I mean, not just me. Like, Jay's Playhouse did the first round of photos. So like, I've seen a lot of individuals coming out of his. They are incredible. I mean, and there's a reason why this event is top tier, because they have top industry professionals. So these are photographers that have done this before. They have shot corn stars. They've shot corn stars. So they understand what looks we're going for. It's different than high fashion, where the looks are going to be a lot less geared towards men's magazine style of shooting, which is what the fashion industry tends to call our style, like geared towards the men's gaze, where it's like you're focusing on enhancing certain features as a woman versus looking thinner, which tends to be looking thinner and creative, like, because there's more artsy posing and stuff. So yeah, the photographers were on point. They hired a lot of good people. The red carpet itself was pretty good. The line to the red carpet. Okay, this upset me a lot. I had a few friends who were there as award nominees, and lucky enough that two of them even won. So award winners. And I met quite a few award winners. Congratulations to the award winners. I'm so sorry though to have heard what I heard about their experience. I mean, my experience in line sucks. So I'll go ahead and start with my experience and then I'll talk about what I heard. My experience in line was terrible. I got there early. The event did not start until 9, but the red carpet opened at 7:30. So me and my date, Rico, he is a photographer, an actor, up and coming actor in the space. We went at like 7:15. We were like, okay, we'll go early. There wasn't a big line. We're waiting about an hour. My other friend shows up, Onyx, one of my collab partners and co-models, and they literally kick us out like of the line. They're like, we're not going to do this line anymore. We're starting another line. And there were already 2 other lines, but like it had kind of been established those were the lines. So I thought that was absurd. They kept changing the lines. So they were telling award winners or award nominees to go in certain lines, but then they were telling them to get out. Randoms kept cutting the line, which was horrible. Yeah, and I hated hearing the same, if not worse, from other people about the line. That's absurd. It's Miami in the summertime. It's 85 degrees. We're all standing around in formal wear. You know, I understand we're corn stars, but like at the awards ceremony, we're all wearing long gowns. There are guys out there in full on suits. Like, figure out a way to get the line moving fast. So we finally get through the red carpet, probably an hour and a half, my date and I and my friends, which was really cool. I had my big debut red carpet moment and it went really well, which is probably why I'm so happy about it, because I feel like for me it was fruitful and I got what I wanted. But yeah, if I was an award ceremony winner, I'd be really mad to be treated the way they were treated. So yeah, they were kind of treated the same exact way. And these are award nominees. These are the stars of the show. Like, they were told go in different lines, go here. Oh, you have to be separated from your plus ones. You have to be separated from your table guests. Just absurd and unnecessary. So other problems. The only 2 other problems. The venue was fine. I think maybe they could have found a better venue, but I think venue wise, 11 is right up their alley in their brand. What they were trying to do worked. Here's my issue. 11 allowed randoms in, apparently, like not guests of the corn stars, or, you know, the award ceremony was for the production teams and the actors and actresses. That itself was not for necessarily the business owners, whatever. That was for the talent. And so it makes me really mad that randoms were allowed in as long as they bought a VIP table, I heard. And I heard that from multiple people. So that's why I'm on here saying it. My last complaint is I heard there were dancers. So I left pretty early. I stayed at the award ceremony a couple hours after I got in, but I am an old lady at 33, so I cannot party with the young corn stars. I have to go with the old lady corn stars and go to bed. But I heard there were dancers. And look, guys, I started this channel as a dancer. I've been a dancer. I respect dancers. I still have friends who are dancers. Dancers should not have been present at that event, and here is why. Well, and same with randoms. Well, the randos shouldn't have been there because of safety. I mean, that should be very obvious. The randoms shouldn't be there. And same with the dancers. They both shouldn't have been there for safety first. And then second, like with the dancers, they're not going to make any money. We're corn stars. We are hanging out with some of the most attractive people, like the best and attractive people that literally other people pay to watch us doing what we do, watch us hanging out. So I just didn't understand why they were there, because it's like, 1, you're useless. Like, you're not helping us with our collab. Why would we pay you? And 2, it's not an event for them. Nobody cared. Like, we are an industry. We are so comfortable with bodies. So a dancer is kind of dumb at that point. I mean, for us, that's like nothing. That's like basic to us, because we are actually on camera recording our stuff, posting our stuff. People can download our stuff. It's a little bit different than dancing, which is a lot more private. It can be, especially if you want it to be. You don't have to expose yourself or your face even. Like, you know, and I saw some corn stars over the week with masks, which were interesting, but most of us don't. Most of us don't. So I would rate this event, again, an 8 to 9 out of 10. I thought what I got out of it was great. I just wish that the logistical stuff would have been figured out better. I want next year the venue to be more appropriate for the crowd size. But I also want the award ceremony to do a better job with like entry and having people come in instead of just like the chaotic circus that happened. Just was totally unnecessary. But I will say I am a lot happier now that I've left the dancing community. I know people wanted me to talk a little bit about that. And it's like, I think it is an overhyped industry. The money is not as good as you think. It never will be. The girls that are making like 100+ grand a year, and I know because I was one of them, they're working themselves to the bone in terms of like dancing. Like they're probably at the club 5 days a week. And if they're not, they're dealing with somebody that's fronting them money, that's paying their money to tolerate them, basically. So I prefer this way better because I can have a lot of fun with fellow people my age who are attractive versus like guys that I have no interest in, people that I would never be interested in. Now, porn stars, very interested. They're very attractive people. I know. I shouldn't say that. I use their material for fun stuff. But like the dancing industry, like it's once you go to adult entertainment as a like film and media outlet versus having to be in a club, I would say for me it's very hard to go back as a regular dancer. Like I might go back as a featured dancer for whatever agency I sign with, and I'm currently in negotiations with a few. But other than that, I'm not going to like have a home club ever again. Yeah, well, I hope you guys liked my review. I'm going to cover Exotica next month, so stay tuned for that. I might do some more videos on dancing. Guys, I'm removed from it. It's not my life anymore, so I would just rather not. All right, love you guys. Have a good night, Deviants.